about it. Tell me all about it. I'm here. I wanna know what's on your mind. Ooh, the world needs to hear from you, and I'm so glad to have a conversation to reach the nation. And it's all about you. We'll help each other to discover innovative ways to positively change the world. Let's talk about. Let's talk about. Yeah. Let's talk about conversations with Nicole.
Greetings. Happy Monday. Welcome to Conversations with Nicole. I am Nicole Everett, your host, and Conversations with Nicole is a talk show based in Tallahassee, Florida, although we are in the ATL tonight, focused on connecting the community through conversations. And today is what I call Mindset Monday. Mindset Monday is an opportunity for you, me, and my guests to chat about whatever it is we want to chat about. And tonight, we are talking about how to navigate peace. My very special guest is Miss Jada M. Brown, educator, author, mother, daughter, sister, friend. And so we are super excited and delighted to have her with us tonight. But before I bring Jada on, I want to hear from you. Where are you tuning in from? If you will, in the comments, put your city and state so we can give you a shout out. We are live on Conversations with Nicole Facebook and YouTube as well as the Nicole Everett LinkedIn account. So it's interactive. We want to hear from you. Jada wrote a book that she is going to tell us all about, but she wrote it during COVID, during a time where she was learning how to navigate peace in isolation. I'm sure many of us know about that. I know I do. And so I can't wait to have this conversation. So I see a few folks have joined us. My cousin Denise, long time no see, cuz she is over there in Texas. Thank you for being here. Miss Portia down in Miami, thank you for being here. Yes, y'all, please like and share and tell folks they need to jump on with us. We got Lil Kurt in the house. Thank you for being here, Lil Kurt. We appreciate you. So tag a friend, let them know they should be on here because this is definitely going to be a lively conversation regarding how to navigate peace. So while we are waiting for others to join us, I'm going to go ahead and share some of Jada's bio. So Jada Brown hails from the city of Cocoa, Florida, where she was born and raised by way of her parents, Kathy Hamilton Brown and Lavesta Brown. She is family oriented and the sixth sibling of 12. She is valued by her siblings for having an ain't nothing to it but to do it attitude. She's a graduate of Cocoa High School. She also served as class president. She also was part of many organizations. I'm not going to go into all of those, but she transitioned to the highest of Seven Hills. She is a graduate of the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. And she also has worked throughout the community. She worked in mentorship with students at Rickard's football team. She became an active member of Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Big Bend. She also is part of the Big Sister Little Sister family chapter and the Southside Tutors group. She is a third-year educator. She loves spending time with her children. She enjoys creating rap songs that help students embrace their culture and break down the material. Although she was awarded a degree in psychology from FAMU in 2020, she has created a career with children. She spends time in her community as a basketball coach, a mentor, and a foster parent. She is best known as all of the children's favorite auntie, TT Jada, and is the owner of Angel and Grace Senior Care and Services, Angel and Grace Group Home, Angels and Grace Special Events and Decor. In June of 2023, she was awarded the Agape Community Volunteer Award and published her first book, which again, we will talk about shortly. Part of the book is a 14-day self-care plan, which I'm all about self-care. And so I can't wait to have this conversation. She is determined to change lives through outreach, and creativity. So, y'all help me welcome Miss Jada Brown.
Hi.
Yay. Hey, hey,
Thank
hey.
you so much. Thank you so much for that intro. What an honor and pleasure it is to be here joining you on Conversations with Nicole tonight.
You
I'm
are
excited.
You are so welcome. So glad to have you. So Miss Jada actually was at she's at Bond Elementary now, which is my school. I partner with Bond Elementary. But previously she was at another private school, and she actually had invited me to come over, and we were looking at doing a panel discussion with some educators at one time. And
Yeah.
so from that time to this, I've found out so many things about her. And so I'm so excited to have you here. So, Jada, if you will, tell us, and I've read a little bit of your bio, but who is Jada in your own words? Not what you do, but who are you?
Oh wow, what a great question. In a nutshell, I would just say that I'm a person that's committed to changing my community through education, just through outreach, mentorship, and the main value for me is education. Like I mentioned, coming from a family full of educators and just embracing the changing culture. So I think that would be it in a nutshell.
Okay. All right. Very good. Well, so glad that you are on with us tonight. And again, can't wait to jump into this conversation about navigating peace. But before we do, I see a few more folks have joined us. To Sharon Moncrief in Tallahassee. Thank you for being here.
Welcome.
Brandy Jackson from Cocoa, Florida, Jada's cousin here. Yes, my cousin Denise said congratulations and welcome. We
Thank
all
you.
we also have Miss Kathy Hamilton Brown. I'm Jada's mother. Congratulations. Thank you for being here, Mama. We appreciate you. All right. And we have Miss Sonia B, intimacy coach and certified sexologist, also here. Thank you for being here. She's in Tallahassee. And also Tracy Golay from Tallahassee. Thank you for joining us. So, y'all, please, again, like, share, tell people they need to join us. Because, again, we're going to be talking about peace, y'all.
Oh,
Peace.
yes.
Mhm.
What a wonderful and difficult word. Oh my goodness.
It is a wonderful and difficult word. And so I actually did a segment on the Michael Cork Morning Show, which I did the segment on an article around durable peace to kind of segue to this, um, our conversation today.
Mhm.
And it defined peace as our happiest place,
Oh wow.
like the place that we are ultimately seeking, everybody is ultimately seeking peace. And so I thought just that thought of peace being our happiest place was peaceful to me. It actually made
Mhm.
me happy to think about that. Right.
And I think that's more so individualized too, because you'll never know exactly what peace is or how to navigate it until you know exactly what it looks like to you.
Mhm.
So, as we spoke about earlier, the actual definition in peace is a freedom, keyword, a freedom from a disturbance. And
Yeah.
so, how do you know what disturbs you? How do you know what sets you free? And
Mhm.
that's kind of one of the things that prompted me to write in the books during such a pivotal time as COVID, when so much in the world was changing. um, and as we know, because we deal with mental health, it takes 14 days to break a habit or to form a good habit, which
Mhm.
is, which plays a pivotal part into the naming of the book as well, which is actually
Mhm.
not COVID peace, the 14-day isolation that you didn't know you needed.
Do you have a copy of the book handy? I should have asked
Uh,
you that before. I don't.
yes. I do have physical copies that will be
Okay.
available after tonight with the
All
books.
right. So Jada, you sliding, we losing you. Okay, there we go. All right.
I see.
So we'll share that in just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I do want you all to know again, if you will, Jada, just share the title one more time. So that,
Yes.
yeah.
So the title of the book is Not COVID Peace, the 14-day isolation you didn't know you needed. And it
Mm,
is actually a journey to peace in navigating it through a 14-day self-care plan and 14 daily affirmations that are included in the book.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's heavy. So a 14-day isolation that you did
Yeah.
not know that you needed.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
what how do you know when you, and this is a question for you, Miss Nicole, and also the viewers, how do you know when you had enough or something, or how do you know when you need to just take a break and isolate yourself from things or people?
I think when you kind of get up to here, get up to here with people, that's how you know.
But how do you deal with that though? Like, what are some like things that we say like, "Hey, I'm here. I need a break. I need to stop. I need to just take some time for myself." And then how do you navigate that, like as a parent, working, because we all work. Those are the
For me, it's several things, and I want to get the viewers involved. I see several
yeah,
folks chiming in, but there's several things, right? So
yeah.
I definitely am one that tries to practice packing my patience.
Oh yes, that's good.
Yeah, right. And so with packing my patience, I try not to let the devil make a movie out of me.
Mm.
What I mean by that is
I like that one. Yeah, that's good.
flying off the handle because my first thought is probably they just tried me.
Oh yeah,
Probably
like
not
this.
saying it. I'm probably not saying it as nice as I'm saying it right now.
Mhm.
So, because I am from Miami, okay. Uh,
Okay.
I'm saying something probably really not nice in my mind initially,
Uh,
and then I have to like reel it back and really find, uh,
just
I
to
have
take
to
a breath.
pack my patience and find a way to deal with it in a civil, a
Yeah.
peaceful, a calm kind of way. And then I also give myself room and space to feel whatever I need to feel. And kind of talk myself through it, right? Because
Yeah.
again, oftentimes once you say something that is off color or not loving, like I really want my words and my actions to be loving. So if that doesn't happen, then it's a problem.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so like in the book I talked about as part as the affirmations, I think like the third affirmation. I don't know why I keep sliding.
It's fine. I know, right?
Right? But as we talked about the affirmations, one of the affirmations that I really like from the book is I embrace challenges as opportunities. Now, whether that be with things or with people, to me, it is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and just, develop positive attributes about myself, because the journey to peace is not easy. The journey to anything positive is not going to be easy. But I think the way that we navigate and just handle ourselves through those trying times, such as COVID, such as a 14-day isolation, such as navigating peace, those are the things that make or break us in the end. So,
Absolutely. So let me pause. I see again a bunch of people that have commented, so I want to definitely acknowledge them. My mom is here from Miami. Thank you for being here, Mom. We got Mr. Ken Preston in Tallahassee. Appreciate you being here, Ken. Stephanie Clark. Good evening. Looking forward to this discussion. Thank you for being here, Stephanie. We got Lisa here in Myrick. Thank you for being here, my sister. She's in Tallahassee as well. Riding with Amy from Coco is in the house.
I know that's right.
All right, we got Dr. Parks. Y'all, I got to meet Dr. Parks yesterday
Oh, good.
here in Atlanta. He's been on the show several times, but I got to meet him in person. So thank you for being here, Dr. Parks. Ozzy in Virginia Beach, appreciate you. My sister Sharice, also in the ATL. Uh, yes, when you are fed up and no, well,
Mm.
technically, no, I'm not from Liberty City. When you start folks calls is the first sign for boundaries to maintain peace. Yes, 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 absolutely. And Michael
Mm.
Cork, listen,
That's
Cork,
that reconciliation piece.
it is, it is. He talking about you so hood, hood recognize hood, Cork. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, and
Hood is
Janetta,
holy. Don't forget that part. Hood is
all right.
holy.
Right. Janetta is on. Thank you for being here. And Miss Seta Barnhart is on here as well. Thank y'all all for being on here. So we are talking about how to navigate peace. So listen, we want to hear from y'all. How do y'all navigate peace? Let us know in the comments. How do you navigate peace? Is
And
it
not only that, but what does peace look like to you? What is peace?
What does peace look like to you? Let us know in the comments. Again, safe space for us to communicate, engage with one another. What does peace look like for you? Is that going for a walk when you know it's about to get heated? Is that
Mhm.
listening to music? Is that prayer and meditation? Is that taking a sip of water or getting some tea? What does that look like? What does peace look like for you? And by the way, we are color coordinated today upon
Yeah.
Jada's request. This is her
Uh-huh.
spring in Paris color. She asked me to join her in doing this tonight. So that's, if y'all seeing the capri blue, that's what's going on. All right. So
Miss
Josh,
Nicole, you have to tell them the motive. Call us what? Because we
oh,
what?
call us. She said, call us ranch because we
Because
dress.
we
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, Joshua, that's my big little sister. All right, Joshua Brown giving you a shout out.
Yeah.
And we got Stephanie. She said, absence of stress. That's what peace
Ooh.
looks like to her. Absence of stress. Love it. All right, Seta said, music is my escape. When I need to settle myself, my headphones are my refuge. Love it. Yeah,
That's good.
music is one of my happy places as well, Seta. So thank you for sharing that. All right, and riding with Amy is laughing. So let us know, y'all. What does peace look like to you? What does it look like? What does it look like? It could be journaling, maybe.
Hmm.
Mm. It could be doing something creative, right? Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
I believe so. But let's talk about let's jump from things and let's talk about what it looks like in terms of friendships, relationships, and peace from or within people. How do you regulate the peace within yourself when you deal with difficult people? Um, whether it be workplace, home, family related, things like that.
All right, hold on one moment. So Sonia said, for me, peace sometimes is stillness and space to
Mhm.
let my hair down. Other times it's soothing music and something that has a smile that has a smile on my face that I can't wipe off. Yes, that could be that. Absolutely. Cousin Denise, I walk. Okay, thank you for sharing that. To Sharon, I try to shut off all the noise around me, spend more
Mhm.
time quieting the noise that disturbs my peace. Love it. Thank you for sharing that. All right. And Brandy Jackson said, navigate peace by not inserting yourself in the lives of people that is not meant for the season you are in or entering into. Which I think is a great segue to your question about
Yeah.
relationships, right?
Yes.
So, how do we navigate that? How do we navigate peace when maybe the people around us are not peaceful?
Hmm. I think for me, and what prompted one of the chapters in my book was forgiveness, holding on to things and not letting things go. And I think that really hindered my peace. And I think a lot of people can relate to this as well, hindering my peace by holding on to the things that people have done to me or have said to me. That took away a lot of peace for myself. And it wasn't until I realized that I wasn't hurting anybody but myself that I learned to forgive. And I realized once I forgave you and I got my peace back, that we didn't have to reconcile in relationships or even friendships. I can love you from a distance. I can wish you
Mm.
well. But my peace and my sanity, my mental health is worth a lot more than trying to hold on to, things and people. So
So that can be tough. That can
yeah,
be
yeah.
tough because a lot of people don't want to break in fellowship with relationships that have become very familiar, relationships that are blood and that we are used to. And so that can be challenging.
Yes, but we must first love ourselves before we can love anybody else. And I
Mm.
think we hear it all the time. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And that's why this 14-day isolation is so important, because you're spending 14 days with yourself. You're spending 14 days ripping those band-aids off of those wounds and just healing them the right way, addressing the issues that you may have within yourself or that you have dealt with. Just rebuilding yourself, letting yourself know that you are deserving of all things. You see challenges as opportunities. You are thankful for everything. You can reach your goals. Like the self-care plan. So today's Monday, which would be Mindful Monday conversations with Nicole, and it's being
Mhm.
mindful of the things that you have around you, and mindful of the things, the people that you have around you, and just being thankful for what you do have and not what you don't have. So I
Yes.
think that's important, navigating inner peace and realizing you don't have to reconcile with other people, but you need to reconcile with yourself. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Sonia mentioned also peace is also when I'm being creative, creating something beautiful, and also when I am in nature.
yes, that's in
Um,
the book as well.
it is. To Sharon said forgiveness should be based on making a conscious decision to forgive and not based on how we feel, since feelings are subject to change.
Yes, absolutely, 100% agree.
All right. And Andre Kendrick is on and gave you a heart. All right. So when we think about again, this forgiveness and forgiving ourselves, forgiving others,
Oh yes.
it should be something that we have peace as it relates to it. Um, but sometimes maybe you think you have forgiven somebody, but maybe you're in
Yes.
their presence or you get to experience them again, and it's like, oh,
Uh-huh. And you remember all the things that they said and all the
and
things that they did. Yes. Been
yes,
there, done that. But
yes,
Miss Nicole, that is the important part of becoming one with yourself and becoming whole. And um I know we talked a lot about chapter 8 in the book, which talks about first forgiving yourself for allowing people to do those things to you,
mhm,
forgiving yourself for allowing them to happen and how you felt about it, and then forgiving them. So it first starts with yourself.
it does,
So
it
yeah,
does.
I live by a 5 by 5 rule, which basically says if it's not going to matter in 5 years, I'm not going to spend more than 5 minutes upset about it, which is a difficult rule because sometimes you want to tear the roof up, but
Yes.
it's important to regulate self and deal with yourself first. And
Okay, say that again.
the 5 by 5 rule,
Uh-huh.
if it's not going to matter in 5 years, I'm not going to spend more than 5 minutes upset about it.
Wow. All right. I think I've
Tough,
heard
right?
that before.
Yep. That's tough,
Yeah,
especially when we're in the moment.
indeed. In the moment, boy. Listen.
No, come on, Miami. You don't have to.
Ready to listen. Ooh, we be ready to raise the roof.
Right.
I have to talk that old Nicole down, boy, because she be
Uh-huh.
ready.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah.
we got Miss Patricia Jefferson on here. Thank you for joining us, my sister. Brandy said also practicing Galatians 5 and 22. So listen, Brandy, I'm not a a Bible scholar. So you're gonna have to tell me what that scripture is. So put it in the comments so I can read it. Uh Kim Layton, thank you for being here. Good evening. Appreciate you. She said 5 by 5 rule. Okay, others are chiming in about that five. Dr. B said 5 by 5 rule. Yes. And
Yes.
Stephanie said, oh, yes, self forgiveness is essential.
Oh yes.
It
For sure.
is.
And
It
that's
is.
hard for a lot of us because think about some of the things that you may fault yourself for, some of the things that you couldn't control, but they happened, and how
Mm,
it affects you now, as an adult, whether it be with anything that you're doing in life, workplace, even parenting. I know a lot of things because I'm very sensitive, as we all know, when it comes to my daughter. But think about how many things have wounded you that affect how you think or how you feel now, even how you interact to certain things and people.
hmm.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Janetta said it's important to understand what and why you forgiving that person, then replace the pain by giving yourself what you need and deserve. Be
Yes.
consistent. Yes. Yes. So consistency is key. Consistency is key. And
Yeah.
also, giving ourselves and others grace. right? Because that
Yes.
is important. That is important. Janetta said forgiveness is about your peace, not the other person. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I forgive you, but I do not have to reconcile with you, no matter how you feel about it, because this is about my journey.
Yep,
So,
yep, yep, yep. So Cork also said you have to commit to your peace and
yeah.
know it looks different in different seasons. Agreed.
Yes, yes. Because again, that goes back to what is it that peace looks like for you. I know my mom used to say, and mom, I know you're on here, so don't get on me, but I just need some peace and quiet. And to some people, peace is quiet. To some
Mm,
people, peace is, like they said, listening to music. I know peace for me is writing, whatever takes my mind away from the situation that's going on in the present moment. But
mm,
until you actually know what peace looks like to you, you will never be able to navigate it. I think of it like a destination. If you tell me you want to go to Walmart, okay, how are we getting to Walmart? What steps are we going to take to get to Walmart? It's the same thing with peace. What steps are you willing to take? What are you willing to give up or sacrifice to get there? How much better do you want to be? Um, and just what are you willing to put on the line for it? And that is another reason why this is a 14-day isolation. Again, it takes 14 days to break a habit, to form a habit. And so that 14 days is just really positivity, and just rebuilding, rebranding yourself.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Good point. We got a few more folks that have joined us. Mr. John White over in Jacksonville. Thank you for being here. And Miss Keisha Washington in Tallahassee. Thank you for joining us. Ozzy said, if it's going to cost you your peace, it's too expensive.
Oh, yes, it's not worth it.
Hmm. All right, we got Sophia Renee on. She said, "Apologies for late arrival. I'll watch the replay. That's fine. We still got some time though, so you can
We're glad
check
to
us.
have you.
Yeah, we are glad to have you right here, right now. So, talk to me about some of the items in the book, specifically
Ooh,
um, this affirmation piece. And well, you got a couple of things: the affirmations,
okay.
the care plan. So, I don't know which one you want to jump in.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about the book in the general. So the book, the cover is pink. It has green olive branches on it because olive branches in the Bible are a symbol of peace. It has
Mhm.
14 chapters, of course, because it's a 14-day
Okay.
isolation.
Okay.
It is aimed for you to read one chapter a day, say the
Mhm.
self care plan to yourself, and I mean, say the daily affirmation to yourself and complete the self care plan in 14 days. It is a challenge and it's not an easy challenge. So at the back of the book, that's where you have to kind of go through the process. And in the back of the book is where you run into the self care plan and the daily affirmations. One of
Mhm.
my favorite affirmations out of the book is I am deserving of all things that come to me, which means whether or not you think you deserve it, you deserve it. If it is for you, it is for you. Absolutely
Mhm.
100%. I know I already mentioned I see challenges as opportunities. Sometimes we say, life is just life be life in so many words, life be life. But when life be life and God be God. And so you really just have to look through the beauty during the storm. Um, some of the self-care plan includes nature, like going out and becoming one with nature. Go out and look at all the things that God created, all of the beautiful things that are around you, and just appreciate life and how beautiful it is. Being
Yeah.
thankful for the things that you have, not the things that you don't have. Social media detox, which is a big one for me. Those that know me know that I get on social media and then I go missing for months. But it's just so much going on in the world, and you have to preserve your mind, preserve your peace, preserve your thoughts. So I encourage everybody to try that one. Another one is get active, which is where you wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is you move, you turn on some music and you dance. We all know that music plays a huge part in mental stimulation and mental health. So turn on your favorite song, get active, move, get that blood flowing, and you're gonna feel a lot better, especially at the end of those 14 days. Completing that self care plan and those affirmations, just restoring life into yourself. So
Yes. All
yeah.
right. So those are just a few of them.
Yeah.
Um, which definitely will tell you about how to connect in terms of getting the book. But, those are all great things that can help us to navigate our peace, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. So we got a few more folks that have joined us. Dr. Anika Fields, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. She is in Tallahassee. Also, riding with Amy said those engraved core beliefs developed in your past will have you destroy your whole future.
Ooh,
Yes.
yeah.
So those adverse childhood experiences, the
Mm-hmm. They
trauma,
do not. Yeah.
all of that stuff. I actually was just having a conversation about that over dinner. Just about how those beliefs, those experiences
Yeah.
inform your adulthood in some not so positive ways. So definitely want to treat those traumas, get healing, get some answers, some solutions to those things that, like you said, can destroy your whole future.
Yeah.
All right, Brandy got the scripture for us. She said, "Fruit of the spirit, love, peace, joy, kindness, goodness, gentleness, and self-control." Yes, thank you,
Thank
Brandy, for sharing that.
you.
Appreciate that. Yes, that is so good. Miss Portia agrees. Yes. We got Keosha on with us. Thank you for being here. Keosha is also in Tallahassee. And Seta said, one of my greatest joys and places of peace is in the garden. Mine too, Seta. Hello.
Becoming with nature.
Yes.
Yes.
Both planting and harvesting bring great joy.
Mhm.
Just being, I think she meant being outdoors in nature makes a difference. The garden speaks. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. We can learn a lot about life from the garden and from nature, period. So
Yes.
definitely take
Yes.
time to pay attention to nature. And it's so peaceful. It
There's a
is.
lot of self-care in gardening. I think people don't realize it teaches you
Mhm.
patience, it teaches you value,
It does.
it teaches virtue, um, and just, caring for something that's so little that grows up. And um one of the beautiful things about life, and I teach my daughter, the same day you plant the seed is not the same day that you eat the fruit. So you
Mm,
have very, very patient with the things that are coming to you. And then once they come to you, you take good care of them. I don't know anybody that grows a plant and lets it die.
yeah.
So you have to be very, very patient with your harvest.
Indeed, you do. You do. You
And you have
do.
to sow the seed first.
You do, you do, you do, you do. Absolutely. Great point. So we are a little more than halfway through our conversation. The time is flying right on by. But for those of you who are just joining us, I am on with Miss Jada Brown, who is talking about how to navigate peace. She is the author of Not COVID Peace, the 14-day isolation that you didn't know you needed. And so we have been talking about the self-care plan and just some of the components of the book, forgiveness being one of those. I do need to mention during my little station ID break, I have an announcement to make. The Tallapalooza talent show and competition is coming up. The annual Milestones Diva Day is on March 16, 2024. They are underwriting this particular show. And so the talent show and competition will showcase Tallahassee's most talented women during Women's History Month. And so that will take place again on March 16th at the American Legion, 229 Lake Ella Drive, which is on a Saturday at 12:30 p.m. You can go to tallapalooza.com for more information to register and be a part of that. I will be one of the judges for that event. So definitely inviting the Tallahassee community to come out and be a part of that show. All right. So John chimed in and said that you have to be intentional about preserving your peace. Yes,
Yes.
agreed. Brandy said normalize losing a friend so that you won't lose yourself.
Yourself.
Hmm. Yeah, we definitely can lose ourselves sometimes in these relationships. So you want to stay grounded as much as possible. And, you know, in the midst of, I think it's hard to maybe recognize that you're losing yourself to relationships, but hopefully you have some folks that around you that can kind of, pull your coat and be like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
get back
you,
on track.
yeah, you're going a
So
little too far.
So that is actually another thing that contributed to the title, because during that time period of COVID, it was all about isolation. Everybody was to themselves. We weren't gathering. And so a lot of people learned more about themselves than anybody else. We were able to pull out talents from ourselves. We were able to pull out things we didn't know how to do or didn't know that we knew how to do.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was just pulling out creativity. Like everything was closed, so we were really learning more about ourselves than anyone else. Um, and that was just, COVID was a different time. It's not going all the way, but that first year was just a different time where everybody was pretty much isolated, and then you did have to isolate for those 14 days. So that was more than enough time to
Mm-hmm.
connect with yourself. So
Indeed. Indeed. Um, let's see, Kiosha, I see your question. No, we're having a little technical difficulty, so we're working with it. All right. Michael Cork said, do you lose yourself or discover the self you didn't know? Now, that is a very good question.
ooh,
Yes, that is a very good question because and Cork and I talk about this from time to time. You know, we talk about self-care, knowing yourself or what have you. You know yourself while you're by yourself, but you don't really know yourself until you get into the presence of others, right?
that's true. Yeah.
It is true.
I so I believe that we all have a part of ourselves that's still worth exploring,
Mhm.
especially when we talk about those traumas that we don't address, or when we talk about hidden talents. Like, for example, a great example is, we know I can talk. But I was just telling you how nervous I was. And that's not something that I ever thought that I would be nervous, talking to somebody. And so I
Mhm.
think we have so many parts of ourselves that we still need to explore. Every day is a learning opportunity, and we just need to take advantage of those learning opportunities. So
Mhm.
that's a very great point. I never really thought about it that way.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, while you're by yourself, you're only dealing with yourself. So,
Yeah.
but when in place, again, in the presence of others, now how are you going to contend? Are you going to, you know, fly off the handle? Go hood? Are you going
Yeah.
to crawl back into your shell?
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? How you gonna handle it? How are
Mm-hmm.
you going to handle it? How do you move forward? How do you address it? How do you maintain it? How
Ain't
do
it?
you
All
navigate,
those questions, all of those questions. So
especially
yes.
in crowds of people? So,
Yeah. So I want to kind of go back to, your comment about freedom,
hmm
right? Because you define peace as what? Freedom from
disturbance. Yeah,
disturbance,
that's what it
right?
says. Freedom from disturbance. What
Mm-hmm.
is a disturbance in your life? Are you ready to get rid of it?
Mm-hmm.
What is freedom to you? Is freedom just not dealing with it for a little bit? Is freedom getting away from it completely? Is freedom just not addressing it, not dealing with it, putting it to the back of your mind, ignoring it? What is freedom to you?
Good question. But the thought that came to my mind about freedom not being free, right?
Mm.
And so if peace has anything to do with freedom, it's gonna be a fight.
Oh, yes. And that made me think about how you said, sometimes you think you forgive people, and then the moment you see them, you remember everything. So are you free? Did you forgive them?
Did you really forgive them?
Are you really free? I think there's always going to be a fight where you have to give up something
Mhm.
that you're not ready to. How can I put this? I think there is always going to be an issue with the unknown, dealing with the unknown. We all
Mhm.
have a fear of what we don't know and what we can't control as humans. Um, so what does it look like on that other side of peace or that other side of freedom? Are you willing to give up what you're comfortable with or what you're accustomed to? Are you so deep in your traumas and the things that have had you bound or kept you away from peace that you're just not ready to move on or be free from it? How do you get free?
I don't. Good question. I see you, Princess. Thank you for joining us. And yes, Amy said freedom is not free as well.
Mhm.
John said you're just committed to certain patterns of behavior because they helped you in the past.
Yeah.
Now those behaviors have become more harmful than helpful. The reason you can't move forward is because you keep applying an old formula to a new level of your life. Change the formula to get a different result.
And
Absolutely.
that's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, is the definition of insanity.
Yep, yep, yep. Mm, okay. Um, Dr. Paula Lewis is on with us. Thank you for being here. She said, I freed myself from a toxic workplace. It feels amazing. Creating
Yes.
my next journey is very peaceful, wonderful.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Very happy for you as it relates to that. Sophia, I don't always forget, but I get free. Okay, that's good. It's good that you listen. It's good that you can be able to say that you are free because a lot of us are bound, and
Yes.
sometimes we are in denial about being bound.
By feelings too, bound by feelings, and feelings are subject to change. So I think at some point we have to kind of address reality and realize that some people just have character traits that we are not in favor of, and we just can't change those things. So
Right.
it's kind of a mirror you situation. So, like someone mentioned, if it costs me my peace, it is too expensive. So, bless and release. We do not have to reconcile. I love you from a distance.
Bless and release. I love that. All right. Patricia said, peace is freedom through our Lord and Savior. We don't
Yes,
do it ourselves. We must turn our worries and problems to the Lord and leave it alone. Let the Lord handle it.
that is in the book.
Agreed. It is.
Again,
It
that
is.
is in the book. That
Listen,
is chapter 6 in the book.
for,
Yes,
for real time, it can be challenging. You know, that human
it
factor
is.
steps in. So,
It is.
agreed. I'm not arguing it at all, but I'm just saying the human factor is very real. I will
Yeah.
just leave it at that. Court said freedom is understanding life is a management of hardship and blessings, not
Uh-huh.
losing it on the hardship so much that you aren't grateful for the blessings. Absolutely.
Yes, those are in the affirmations. Challenges are opportunities. I am deserving of all things that come to me.
Okay, nice.
Yes. And
Nice.
to the comment that said that we get our peace from the Lord and Savior, that is very true. In the
Mhm.
Bible, we are very familiar with our olive oil. On the cover of the book, there are olive branches. We are thankful for the shaking, the beating, and the pressing for our oil to run us over.
All right
So there
now.
was a lot of thought into this book. There's a lot of thought
I can
into this book, but yes, that is definitely in the book. Giving things we cannot control to God and not leaning on our own understanding, and just
yes.
knowing that those troubling times that we are going through. Romans 8:18, the present troubles of today do not compare to the promises of the Lord tomorrow.
Yes. Okay, cool. Denise James just joined us. Thank you for being here. Marcus Boston said, Amen. Ozzy said, learn to be alone to experience peace by dealing with all the turbulence of life, passing through the membrane until it is transparent like pure water.
Mm.
Nice. Nice. I like that visual.
Oh yes,
Visual. All right.
you can't
So
isolate peace. You gotta. This is a walk you have to do by yourself, not for other people, but for yourself.
you got to do it for yourself.
Oh, yes, for
Do it
yourself.
for yourself. Sophia reminds me of a song. I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. Yes, I know that song. All
Uh
right.
huh.
My cousin Nora is on Sound Mind. Thank you for being here. So, let's see. One of the other self-care plan things that you talk about is rest and relaxation.
Oh yes. Oh yes. That is a good one. That is probably one of the most important ones out of the book.
Mhm.
I know for me, and probably for you too, because you're in Atlanta right now. We are on go so much that we just never take time to just relax and let our body reset. And we're human. There's only so much that we can do. And
Mhm.
I just think of it as even in the Bible, that 7th day, God did what? He
Rested.
rested.
Mhm.
Yes. So that goes to show that we have to rest. We have to give ourselves time to just think, reset, relax, just rejuvenate, and just take time, quiet time. That's important, especially
Yeah,
as a mom. It's important.
it is very important. So I bring that up because I did just that yesterday. Sunday was I had self-care Sunday. Uh,
Okay.
Quarterly, I have charged myself with coming to Atlanta and going to the spa. So I was at the spa for 4 hours yesterday, and it was divine. When I tell
Okay.
you I slept all the way through the night, which never happens, rarely happens, but I was at such peace in my sleep last night. It was a beautiful thing. And so I highly, highly recommend people get rest, true rest and
Mhm.
relaxation when you can.
And aside from the physical, the mental as well, that is going to be very important to just
Mhm.
stimulate your mind and your blood flow, get that rest and that relaxation.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So folks are asking about the book. We coming, Miss Portia. We coming. Give us a moment. We're gonna give it to you
Yes.
in a minute. All
Yes.
right, Brandy. When we get so attached to our comfort, was we tend to mistake peace as boredom. When we get
Mhm.
so attached to our comfort, yes, we tend to mistake peace as boredom.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
That,
guilty, of that, especially in my younger years.
yes, yes. And I think that just goes back to not being able to break away from those things that we are accustomed to, and that
Mhm.
fear of the unknown. Um, because I'm not gonna lie to you, as I get older, I appreciate the boredom. I appreciate the sleep. I appreciate a free day on my schedule, because we just don't see it too often. And I think that it's important for us not to become content or comfortable, because there's so much that we can do. There's so much potential that we have inside of ourselves. So I challenge everybody to just find something in the season that you're good at, find a goal that you want to accomplish, and just go after it. And don't
Mm.
be scared to do so. So,
Okay, Stephanie, I see your question. I'm gonna get to it in just a minute. Seta said rest is one of the most important things. Stopping and letting go allows for many things to, and I think she meant to fall in place. Yes. So,
that's chapter
um,
14.
okay.
Surrender.
All right.
Surrender.
Surrender. Yes. All right.
Yes,
Sophia
surrender.
said rest is good medicine. Indeed. Agreed. All right. So Stephanie says suggestions for not allowing our own minds to disturb our peace. Mm,
Oh, I
really.
love that. So I would first start off by addressing it. What is it in your mind that is bothering you? Is this stemming from a place of past trauma? Is this stemming from a place that you haven't gotten off your something that you haven't gotten off your chest? How people make you feel? Something that you may view inside yourself. I would start by addressing that and just speaking life into yourself, or
Mm,
speaking life into the situation, just like the in the valley of dry bones, speaking to the situation, not about the situation. And then from there, I would go on with doing things that make you happy, navigating that peace. What does peace look like to you? So address it, seek the healing for it, and then move on through that journey and process until you feel like this no longer affects my life negatively, and this is going to be a stepping stone for me. This is not going to be something that keeps me bound or hinders me anymore. So the
mm.
first step, the first suggestion I would have is to be address it, talk to it head on, not about it. You will not control my mind, you will not control my situation. This is a situation that is past me, it happened, but it is not above me, and it will no longer keep me bound. So just
Yes.
speaking the positive words of affirmation into the
Yeah.
situation.
Yes. 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 Love that. Ozzy. I knew he was gonna say this. He said find your 20 daily. And when he says find your 20, he's talking about 20 minutes of meditation. Right.
Mm-hmm. For
But I,
sure. And that 5 by 5 rule, if it's not gonna matter in 5 years.
mhm,
Mm-mm.
right. You're not gonna spend 5 minutes on it. Got it.
Nope.
Got it. Got
Nope.
it. Got it. Brandy, do it afraid is what she recommend. Nora said that's good, and Stephanie said thank you. I will also add Stephanie to that. Um, in addition to addressing it head on, um, oftentimes we find it difficult to maybe think positive thoughts. Like
Yeah.
maybe we think more in terms of the negative, but if we focus on what we would like to happen, that's
Hmm.
again positive and um
Yeah.
not not unloving. Okay, something
Yeah.
that's think about the loving things that we want to happen in our lives,
Hmm.
um, that that will help to align us with our purpose, that will help to elevate our thoughts, that will help to get our focus on that which will be hopefully moving us in a forward direction
Yeah.
and help kind of cancel out those negative thoughts.
Hmm.
So I would add that to it as well.
Yeah.
Um,
And
yeah.
a vital piece is going to be that a shift in mindset is going to happen in any journey that you're on. You are going to have to shift your mindset and know what outcome that you want, because there's power of life and death in the tongue. And that's why
Mhm.
I say speak to your situation and not about your situation. So
Yes.
you're
Yeah,
going to have to shift your mindset for sure.
for sure, for sure, for sure. Yes. Um, as Sophia said, meditate to elevate, but
Yes.
definitely, and she said, shift your mindset, see yourself doing whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Like,
Hmm.
visualizing yourself and focusing on that thing.
Yes.
Um, all right. So other folks are chiming in. All right.
I love it.
Michael Cork said, have to be careful not to mistake freedom and peace with delusional idleness. Ooh. Ignoring
Mm.
issues as though they don't exist or prolongs its resolution. Absolutely. So no,
Yeah.
we are not,
Hold on.
listen, we are not trying to be in denial or
Yeah,
delusional
for sure.
idleness. No, 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 no.
Yeah, right. We are not promoting delusion. Disclaimer: we are not promoting delusion.
No
We are
delusion,
promoting
denial. We need to be real and we need to
be
be
real.
forward.
Absolutely, address it, navigate it.
Address
Yes.
it, navigate it. Yes.
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 And the final chapter of the book is surrendering, letting go of the things that you cannot control. And
Mm,
that's a hard word for some of us, surrendering. I know it's a hard word for me because when I think surrender, I think about like giving up, just walking away. And that's a difficult thing for me to do because I always feel like I have to have the last word, or I always feel like I have to justify something. Um, but surrendering is just it's tough. How do you feel about surrendering?
Surrendering and submitting oftentimes gotta run hand in hand.
Yeah.
Now, it can be challenging. It can be challenging. So Imma tell you, my problem is submitting or surrendering to foolishness. Uh,
Mm.
be quite honest with you. So,
Yeah.
um, but no, if it's, I can give up some things. I can.
Mhm.
I can surrender.
But what if it's a situation that you feel strongly about that you cannot control?
Imma definitely have to be prayerful about that.
Okay. Yeah.
I am. Yeah. And, based on whatever I receive from God's spirit about, how
Mhm.
I should navigate, I really hope that I'm able to allow that to be my guide. 'Cause, again, Nicole
Yeah.
initially probably gonna be like, "They
Uh,
tried me. They tried
uh-huh. Sometimes that Miami come out.
they tried me."
Yeah. Sometimes they'll say, "What
Woo!
did you say? Who were you talking to?" Yeah, that was definitely a tough one for me. And I think out of all the chapters out of the book, the forgiveness one and definitely surrendering had to be difficult for me. I remember getting advice when I was little when they used to say, just don't say nothing back. And that's so hard because how do you not say anything back to something that you feel strongly about or something that you want to change? Like, how do you just, but then again, is it worth your peace? Um, is it worth your peace?
You gotta you gotta count up the cost on that. You really
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Because sometimes it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
I feel like oftentimes when I'm not saying something, like
Mhm.
that's telling too. Like really does not matter
Oh,
that much to me if I'm not saying anything about it.
yeah. Now, we women, we know how to do the silent treatment. We know for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Sophia feels like saying uncle, humbling yet empowering. Yes, it can be. For sure. Thank you for sharing that, Sophia. She's and Marcus said surrendering or yielding is best for us. Casting our cares on the Lord is great. Help
Yes.
achieving peace and rest. Yes, it is. Absolutely.
100% agree.
Indeed. And Rena, you said a lot with silence. Yes, we can.
Hmm.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Indeed. All right. Anika, letting go of the past plus accepting the present plus having faith in the future equals no worries. I love that equation.
That's
That's
good.
for me. What we allow to occupy our minds will sooner or later determine their speech, and actions. Yes. Thank you for sharing that, Anika. That was a great equation that you put before us. All right, Patricia, Miami life was hard to have peace. You and I made it. Yes, we did, sister. Get your peace. Indeed, indeed, indeed. And Patricia lives up here in the Tallahassee area as well. Coach Merv, what's going on, Coach Merv? I think I saw your comment earlier. We appreciate you being on here. It's all right that you're late. We're just glad you're here. He said, I wish I have caught this earlier because I have so much to say. It's not what a female says, it's normally how she says it. We want our talk to us, not at us. No contentiousness. No, Coach Merv. No contentiousness. No, not at all. You're gonna have to definitely check out the replay and see
Oh,
some
yes.
and listen to what some of what we talked about.
Mhm.
So we are almost at the end of our time. So Jada, I gotta let you, and I'm not even ready to present your information, but I gotta let you tell the people, give
Oh,
them some closing remarks and tell them how they can connect with you. And please tell them about this book and how they can get it because they've been
I
asking throughout the live.
Oh, good, good, good. That makes me so excited. So you can connect with me on Facebook. My Facebook name is Jada N Brown. On Instagram, it's Life with Jada. On my Instagram, I post a lot of job opportunities that are here in Tallahassee and Brevard County, my hometown, Cocoa, Florida. I post healthcare tips, any resources that are available in the community for free on my Instagram. Again, that is __ Life with Jada. My Facebook is Jada N Brown. And the book is available on Amazon. But if you tuned in tonight to Conversations with Nicole, with Miss Nicole and I, we have something special for you. This month, I have physical copies of the book on hand here in Tallahassee and willing to be shipped out for $10 only, which is a discount from the Amazon price. So,
Yay. Yay,
yeah.
yay,
So
yay.
again, the
Amazon.
title of
Go
yeah,
ahead.
it's on Amazon. It is available on Kindle. And the title of the book is Not COVID Peace: The 14-Day Isolation You Didn't Know You Needed. And it is a pink book with olive branches on the front of it.
No, that didn't come out like I was hoping it would. All right, so not COVID piece, the
The 14
14-day
day.
isolation you didn't
Yes.
know you needed. I'll put
Yeah.
some information on the Facebook page so that
Hmm.
you all can see it as well as that link. And
Yeah.
then how can they connect in terms of getting the special that you're running for the month of March?
So you can reach out to me on any of those social media platforms,
Okay.
or you can comment under the video and just say, I'm ready for the journey.
Okay.
Um, yep, comment under the video, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching from, comment and say, I am ready for the journey.
All
And
right.
I send you, we will set up how to get the book. I also want to share, Miss Nicole, which I didn't mention to
Yeah.
you.
Go
I
ahead.
am in the process of finishing my second book. Are you ready for the title?
Let me get
It's
my pen,
called
girl. Let me get my pen. What you got?
and this one is going to be very, 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 very beneficial. This the title to this book is called God Watch Over Me While I Make This Money.
Oh,
And this book is about budgeting, finance,
okay.
credit repair, sowing your seeds, taking your money, investing it, excuse my background, and
It's
creating
all
generational
right. Look, the
wealth.
dog excited about it too.
Yeah. um, Creating generational wealth. And
I love
so
it.
similar to this book, Not COVID Peace, this book has God Watch Over Me While I Make This Money. It that's so
Hey,
disrespectful.
the fur baby wants to get involved in the conversation. It's
Right.
all right. Go ahead. Do your
This
thing.
book has a 30-day credit repair guide. This book has a 30-day credit
Okay.
repair guide in the back of it.
All right.
And
30-day credit repair guide. Love it.
yeah, 30-day credit repair guide and a guide to investing your money. So
Mm,
it that is called right. God watch over me while I make this money. And of course, we are going to teach you how to sow your seeds, how
mm-hmm.
to fix your credit, how to budget, how to finance, and how to live broke and bougie.
Oh, wow. Wait,
Uh
broken bougie?
huh. That's some of us right now. That's me right now. Broke and bougie, living the finer life until we get where we need to be. With creating and generating wealth.
Gotcha.
Yes.
All
Because
right.
we are not going to spend money on that journey. We are going to save and budget.
We're gonna
Yes,
save
we are.
budget. All right, love it, love it, love it. All right. So a
Yes.
few folks have chimed in. Sean Furman's in the house. He's one of my high school classmates. Thank you for being here. He said, great show, 5 by 5. Love. Sophia, better to live on a rooftop than with a contentious voice. Tell Coach Merv, listen, y'all got the scriptures out here tonight. All right, Mark Boston, author. Marcus got 17 books. I'm trying to get him on the show. So he's
Oh,
saying
good.
those books. So Nora said, awesome. Patricia, great topic. Thanks for the word. Thank you, Patricia, for being here. Rena, awesome. Thank you, Rena. Thank you, Ozzy. Awesome show. Keisha, I want one. Of course you do. We gonna have to get you one, Keisha. She's in Tallahassee. Coach Merv, how can we purchase straight from you too? I want 2 copies. Love it. Yes. We'll just what you say you want them to put in the comment?
Comment, I'm ready for the journey.
I'm ready for
I'm
the
ready.
journey.
Yes, we actually had a book launch ceremony in November, which was absolutely amazing. It highlighted the youth talent in my hometown, which is Cocoa, Florida. So I had a young lady by the name of Destiny Bryant. She sung "But I Am Here" from The Color Purple.
Mhm.
My uncle Homer Brown, who is also an author, he was my guest speaker, and he talked about navigating peace and just loving ourselves and realizing that we all have flaws, but we still have to love ourselves. And then I had a young man from Rockledge High School, which is again in my hometown, who
Mhm.
performed "You Mustn't Quit," which is a very great poem from the Book of Virtues. So we just had a great time there. But if you are wanting a copy of the book, in the comments, put "I am ready for the journey," and I will
Yeah.
connect with you there to make sure you get your copies.
All right, Brandy, this was awesome. Thank you, Brandy. To Sharon, I'm ready for the journey. Wonderful. We'll get you a copy to Sharon. Dr. Paula Lewis, yes. Woohoo, Brevard Cali. Hello from Melbourne. Thank you for joining us again, Dr. Paula. Appreciate you. All right, so very good. So I hope again you all have found this beneficial. We definitely want to keep this conversation going around navigating peace and get your copy of the book. All right, so folks are chiming in. I'm ready for the journey. I love it.
Oh, good.
For the journey, I love it. All right, book ordered. Riding with Amy, love it. All right, wonderful. Thank you so much for the support. We appreciate it. That's what this is all about. We want folks to support. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Pamela Robinson, I'm ready for the journey. Wow. This is awesome. Oh, I'm
Good,
getting
good.
overwhelmed by it all. Wow. This is really great. We appreciate y'all supporting in this way.
Yes, we
Thank you,
definitely.
Sophia. Always uplifting. Thank you so much, my sister. We appreciate you tuning in. So, y'all, again, please share with others. Those of you who are watching the replay, again, let us know, where you tuning in from, because we like to go back and see and connect with you as well. For those of you who are new to the platform, I invite you to subscribe to the Conversations with Nicole YouTube channel. We are here on Mondays and Wednesdays, focused on mental health and wellness in Black and Brown communities specifically, and always wanting us to be our best selves, get our checkup from the neck up, connect with a counselor. Um, and if you need help identifying a counselor, I can definitely assist
Mhm.
with that no matter where you are. I have connections across the country. So, y'all, this is great. I want to encourage you to navigate your peace. Don't cheat yourself out of your peace, and get the book.
Yes, I received a word of the day. It said, "Don't discount your disguise. Don't discount that phase that you are in your life right now, because you have the potential to be so great.
Mm, love
So
it.
don't discount that season that you're in your life right now."
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yes. All right. We got more people saying they're ready for the journey.
I
Stephanie, thank
love
you.
it.
Stephanie. Yes. All right. Denise J. I'm ready for the journey. Tallahassee. Love it. Marcus. He said, I slid in your DM for the autograph copy. Okay. All right.
I love it.
We got you, Marcus. We got you.
I would do that for you. Yes, I will.
Yes, 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 yes. All right. Brandy said, we are extremely proud of you, Jada. Oh,
Thank
that's nice.
you.
Proud of
Most
you too. Proud of you too. Proud of you too.
thank you.
All right, good people. We will be back on Wednesday. Invite you to join us if you can. My guest will be a brother out of Virginia, Mr. Ronnie Sidney II. Actually met him on Instagram after seeing a post that Attorney Ben Crump did about him. So we'll be talking about success tips for struggling students. He's written several
Woo!
children's books, yes, and so he will be on at 8:30 on Wednesday. So hopefully we'll see y'all then.
I
All
would
right.
definitely do that one.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh, listen, Mama says she gets it from her mom.
Um,
Oh,
my mother is actually assistant principal of Suntry Elementary in Brevard County.
nice, nice,
Yeah,
nice, nice. Well, we pay homage to you, Mom. Yes, there would be no Jada without you, so we salute you, and we are grateful to you for bringing her here with us, and for all the great and wonderful things that she is doing in the community.
thank
All
you.
right. Yes. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.